The funny thing about asking for forgiveness is that when you're asking for forgiveness, that means that you do not know that you're forgiven already. When you ask for forgiveness, what you're in fact admitting to is that you believe that God is up there condemning you. And I say up there because most people think God is somewhere outside of them, as opposed to understanding that the only truth that is in this world is within us all. If you want to find peace, if you want to find the answers, you don't go outside of yourself to find it. Look around you at the world. The world is crumbling around you. There's a reason why there's devastation in the world outside of you. There's a reason why there's pain and hardship outside of you. It's because the answers are not outside of you. The answers are within. The only place that you'll ever find love is in your heart. You won't find love looking at a church building or going to a temple. You won't find love there. Sure, you may hear messages about it, but you may be tricked into thinking that if you don't do this or do that, then you're going to end up getting hurt, or you'll end up going to a place where you'll be tortured endlessly, or in the madness of what people believe today. I know a man, a bishop, who was challenged by something that he had said, and he went to church that Sunday and called the person that challenged him a lunatic and stupid. A man who people congregate to learn about the things of God, and he called another man, whether this other man was deceived or not, a lunatic and stupid, condemning another man from the pulpit. And that's what we see today, condemnation. And when our religious leaders are condemning other people because they don't believe and their words don't exactly line up with their little box or big box or whatever box that they have put God in, then the congregants who are not going to God for these answers, as well they should be, which is why I write my little disclaimers all the time, they think it's okay to do the same. When the religious people in this world who spout, don't do this, don't do that. When the religious people of this world who condemn others in their actions, when the religious people in this world say that this person is wrong for their lifestyle choice, or this person is wrong for the way they're dressed, or this person is wrong for having a glass of wine, or this person is wrong for... when the religious people of this world stop condemning and start encouraging, they will no longer be religious people. They'll be children of God. Christ didn't come into the world to condemn. He came to save. He came to encourage, to build, not to tear down. The wise man knows, it's better to build something than to tear it down. And you can't build on another's foundation. I can't go to someone who's been in church their whole life and has been raised up and to believe in certain principles. These principalities are what we wrestle against, these principles that are ingrained since birth. It was very painful. It was a very painful experience for me to let go of everything that I was taught. I thought that by stopping my belief in a place of eternal torture, that somehow I would be condemned to go there. I thought that, when I started to believe that that a God of love would condemn people, I was young, I was immature, I didn't know any better, and now I know better. So if we be made in the image of God, and we know that it's better to love than to hate, it's better to forgive than to condemn, and if God himself, in his scriptures, written by men, inspired by God, if it says that there should never be an end to our forgiveness, why would God not forgive? We're already forgiven. So when we have bad days, and when we say we're sorry, I'm sorry I'm depressed, I'm sorry I'm angry, I'm sorry, we haven't really embraced the good news. It's okay. You're going through a hard time. It's okay. That straight and narrow path that we think that we should be walking on, we think it should be filled with rose petals and not thorns. But this world, this outside temporal world that we're living in, we are told will produce nothing but thorns for us. And the thorns are the cares of the world. And do we not worry about our bills? Do we not worry about our mortgage? Do we not worry? Do we not get upset when someone says something that we don't like? Do we not get angry at people when they don't treat us the way we know we should be treated? We want a way out. There is a way out. But the way out is not without. The way out is within. I'm fully persuaded in my mind that there's a point to everything. I'm fully persuaded in my mind that no matter what we go through, no matter how hard our life has been or how hard it will get, that it will all work together. I'm fully persuaded that there is a point to even the most foul and horrible person in this world. I believe that these hard things that we go through, these terrible tragedies that we see, they're like a nightmare. Like we're walking around in this nightmare, and until the nightmare gets worse, we're not going to wake up from it. When you go to dream at night, when you fall asleep, and you create a whole world in your imagination, and this dream turns into this terrible nightmare, when you wake from it, you don't dwell on it and say, I can't believe how terrible, how devastating that dream was, because you realize it was just a dream.